What's up, guys? Black Rose Duelist here, and I'm back at it again with my top 5 decks of 2016 May edition. Now, this month, a lot of things have been changed. We have a new ban list, we have a new set, which I've claimed that isn't going to impact the format much. It might not. You might see a little bit of Shivy, Shining Victory impact in this list. You may not. So, all I can say is let's jump into the list because I'm not going to waste your time with some random babble. See, I just wasted your time with babble. Number 5, I have Raid Raptors. Now, I'll admit, I went to Zodiac to ask what they thought the number 5 deck was. I kind of had an idea about the top 4 for sure, but I really couldn't decide in a 5th place. But then someone reminded me, Raid Raptors. I totally forgot Raid Raptors got really good support this set, and they're actually kind of inching up to be a really strong, consistent rank 4 spam deck. I didn't really want to give it to Mermail because they just got hit, and they're really not doing anything relevant as of recently. So, and Norden got hit as well. That's what I meant as they got hit. So I didn't want to include them in there. So I thought Raid Raptors would be a cool inclusion, especially because obviously number 5 isn't not going to be like the number 1 deck or anything. Obviously that's why it's not number 1. But I think it's a format where really Raid Raptors could be a surprising shift to number 1 out of nowhere. Like I think Raid Raptors, I didn't want to put completely out of this list because I think they have potential to be one of the number 1 decks. And I think this format, especially, you might see Raid Raptors shine. Dang it, there's a really good word I was going to use that had to do with like raptors and birds, but dang it, whatever. Puns are not one with me. But yeah, this deck is really good spam rank 4 engine. The rank 4, really got hit. The Xyz with Ptolemaeus and Cyber Infinity, all that getting hit, and Instant Fusion and Norden, and all that whole circle of imagination. But yeah, the deck did kind of get hit because Cyber Infinity was one of its boss monsters, but the deck will still function as rank 4s are good as ever. Okay, number 4 is Pendulum in general. By this I mean the Pendulum Magician, I almost said the Cosmo, yeah, you know, that Cosmo Pendulum deck. No, but the Pendulum Magicians, the Magispectors, the Performer Pal, the Odd Eyes, basically those, and I don't forget about Draco Pals too, those 5 sub-archetypes are kind of all joined together in this number 4 because there's so many different versions that are circling around, and I think it's really the Draco Pal / Performer Pal Pepe players who are really trying to just grasp at any straw they can to make this deck playable. So I think they're going to go to something in the Magispector, Pendulum Magician, Odd Eyes, Performer Pal, Draco Pal kind of way. I really don't know what direction the deck is really going to go, but all I know is you will see some type of Pendulum Magician, Performer Pal, Magispector, Odd Eyes, Draco Pal, some type of that variation around the format forever. This format specifically. So yeah, just look out for the deck. It's going to be kind of a hard deck to decide against because there are going to be so many different versions circling around. But I definitely suggest that you take a minute to really learn what Magispectors do. This is kind of ruining me because I plan on playing Magispectors. But a lot of people are not aware of what Magispectors and the Odd Eyes cards do because the deck itself hasn't exploded yet, and I think this format, you might see those 2 archetypes, the Odd Eyes and the Magispectors, kind of flourish. So make sure you know what they do because a lot of people don't know that you can't target or destroy Magispectors by card effects. So you really have to be careful with that. And then Odd Eyes, there's tons of fusions, rituals, synchros with Odd Eyes that I don't even know the words to specifically. But yeah, really watch out for those decks as a pendulum and a whole. Number 3, I have PK Fire. Now, PK Fire is a deck where last format I said it was one of the best decks. I think I said it was the best deck of last month. And I think the ban list helped them, if anything, because Allure went to 2. But sadly, it helped Cosmo the most. Because Cosmos did not get hit, and they benefited from the support of Shivy, Shining Victory. They got the Dark Planet, which really is almost like impossible to get around with Burning Abyss. They have the new Dark Lady, which is really, really good against Burning Abyss and PK Fire in general. And basically, Cosmos basically got the best end of the stick. And sadly, I think Cosmos have a really, really good Burning Abyss PK Fire matchup, which leads to, as PK Fire grows and Cosmo grows, you're going to see less PK Fire because Cosmos have a good matchup against them. PK Fire stands for Famnite Burning Abyss, if you guys didn't know that. But the idea is that Cosmos have a really good matchup against Burning Abyss and PK Fire, that once Cosmos get stronger, PK Fire is going to get a little weaker. So it fell down a couple of places from last month. It's still going to be a relevant deck, but I really don't think people are going towards it like they are Monarchs and Cosmos right now. I'm definitely seeing a slim popularity for this deck. And it's really expensive too, so the average player can't really go out and buy it like they can with Monarchs. And Cosmos are actually kind of cheap now because of all the Golder reprints. So I really don't know what to think about PK Fire this format, except it's going to be around. It's still going to be powerful. It didn't really get hit by the ban list, but it didn't get benefited like the other deck did. So number 2, we have Monarchs. Monarchs, I think, have a really good Cosmo matchup just because you can really cripple them into not being able to target their monsters either, and you can make it so they can't special summon, and if they can't special summon, they're stuck with a little farm girl that can't do anything but switch to defense mode. Obviously with like the Majesty's Fiend and all those guys, Monarchs can really stun Cosmo, and even though you really think of Cosmo as a deck that gets out 3,000 beaters that are hard to destroy, and you might think that Monarchs have a struggle to get over those guys, the real struggle is when they get the Vanity's Fiend or whatever the stupid card is that makes it so your opponent can't special summon, and the one that makes it so your opponent can't activate card effects, or affect monster effects. So it makes it so really Cosmos are just left with little psychics, and they really can't do anything about that. So I think that's why Monarchs are really going to grow this format, because Cosmos are growing. And I wonder what number 1 is. I've been talking about Cosmos so much, it must not be in the top 5 at all. So yes, number 1 is Cosmos, sadly. I say sadly because I have a really, really big love-hate relationship with Cosmo. I hate Cosmo because of their play style and how annoying they are, but I love Cosmo because I am a huge Star Wars and a pretty big the good. Oh my gosh, I sound like a big fat fake fan now. How am I blanking out right now? I feel so dumb. I'm not going to edit this out until I figure out what it's called. The Wizard of Oz. Oh my gosh. Literally, you have the permission to roast me in the comments for that. I don't know how I forgot about the name out of nowhere. I was just having a brain fart. Anyway, yes, I like Wizard of Oz so much that I forgot its name. Anyway, I love Star Wars, and I love the art of these guys. And honestly, the deck is just ridiculous now. They genuinely got helped in the ban list because of Allure going to 2. Yes, Reasoning went to 1, but people were ending that whole Reasoning thing earlier, and it really isn't that great in the deck. I mean, it's okay, but it's not like something you need. And then Allure going to 2 definitely helps. Emergency Teleport going to 2 is basically like giving a dog 4 treats instead of 5. Like, there really is no difference. On top of that, you have the new Shine Victory support, which of course is the Dark Lady and all of those guys. But they also have the new Fire King Cosmo deck, which is legit like, it hurts me inside. Basically, they get the field spell and they destroy everything, and when they destroy stuff, they also destroy your stuff, but when they destroy their own stuff, they just end up getting more stuff. So it's basically like they're killing you by killing some of their monsters. It's ridiculous, but yeah, the deck is just really, really strong. Untargetable 3,000, now 4,000 attack beaters are definitely an issue. And yeah, I mean, the deck is just crazy good. It's very, very, like, standard, if that makes sense. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. It has really strong monsters, but also has weak, fast monsters. So the deck is just really well-rounded, I guess you could say. So yeah, I don't want to make this a very long video because I know you guys don't like staying too long because you guys have lives outside of watching Black Rose Duelist's videos on YouTube. But if you watch this video, please consider subscribing. I do these videos every single month. And if you liked it, I'm sure you'll like it again next time. I get often lazy with these videos. I end up uploading them like later in the month. But I try to upload them the first few days of the month because you guys really like them. And I really like doing them too because I like seeing how the format changes every single month. So yeah, if you like the video, hit like and subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next month. Well, I'll make more videos, obviously. I'm not going to leave you just stranded without a video for a month, but you get what I mean.